platinum rule for communication. I have a feeling that most people in this room care a little bit about the rules of communication, how to engage other people, and how to speak effectively. And Toastmasters has a lot of great advice and resources, and there's also a lot of great resources elsewhere. And one thing I found is there's a lot of contradictions, but there's one main theme between all of them, and that is that there are no rules. The audience makes the rules, and you have to know your audience to know your rules. So speaking of rules, I have a feeling that most of us have heard of the golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated. It actually dates back to old papyrus found in I think it was about 2000 BC. It's found in almost all the world religions, and it's a very good rule for your inner circle, for your friends, your family, for treating people with honesty and openness, for your close inner circle, because your close inner circle is going to be a lot like you. But that's also kind of the problem with the golden rule. It is all about you. And when you enter the workplace, you're less likely to run into people that are like you. You're actually about 75% to run into people that are nothing like you. That's where the platinum rule comes in. It actually says treat others as they would like to be treated. So the platinum rule for communication is communicate with others in the way that they would want to be communicated with. Now, there's a lot to go over in here, so I did give you a handout, but a quick example of how different people communicate. The left side is an email from me, and the common email from me, and the right side is a common email from my boss. You may see here why she may say that I put a little too much detail, and why I may say that sometimes I feel something is lacking. There's not anything wrong with either style, they're just different styles. So as far as the different styles, there are 4 main styles. There's the director, the thinker, the socializer, and the relator. And this will be in the packet, but you're graded pretty much for being open to guarded, or direct, or indirect. So the first personality type is going to be the director, otherwise known as the directive or dominant, depends what scale you're looking at. But either way, they're going to be the more guarded, controlling, and direct, and they're going to be very results-oriented. They are very decisive. They like to be the boss, and they like to make the final decision. They may be a bit cool personally, but they are admired for the results that they achieve. They welcome challenges, they are great leaders, great decision makers, and they can be counted on for the win. The second personality type is the thinker, and this is actually a very different personality type. It tends to be more guarded, controlling, and indirect, and more detail-oriented. So they prefer to work alone, work slow and methodically, with precision and maybe a bit of perfectionism, likes to be right, will painstakingly collect all data and make decisions cautiously, will notice all typos, but you can count on them to have done their research before making a decision. Now, the third personality type would be the relator. This is also known as the steady personality type. They're going to be very open, supportive, maybe a little bit indirect, but they're very people-oriented. This is your warm, nurturing type. They may be a little bit risk-aversive and not really like change, but they will listen to all sides, they will help other people work together, and they will work to minimize all conflict. They're a team player, they have strong personal relationships, and you can count on them to remember your birthday. This is actually kind of important, because the director probably is not going to remember your birthday. The thinker's still thinking about what to do for your birthday weeks after it's passed. So if you like your birthday to be recognized, it's good to have a relator in the workplace. Now the fourth personality type is the socializer, otherwise known as the emotive or the influencer, which is going to be very open, supportive, direct, and idea-oriented. They are very spontaneous with actions and decisions. They can be dreamers with big dreams, big ideas. They have a small tendency to exaggerate, but they combine their ideas with passion and persuasiveness. They work quickly, favoring creativity over precision, may jump from one activity to another, but you can count on them for creativity and inspiration and making sure that birthday celebration is unforgettable. So, diagnosing yourself. This is actually pretty easy. There's a platinum rule assessment, 18 questions, 5 minutes, you're done, it's simple. And it would be great if everyone actually did take this assessment, which is something that EAT is working on, to use it as a team building tool so people can communicate with others effectively. However, we understand that not everyone has taken this assessment yet, not everyone is going to take it. Luckily, there are actually tools in your handouts to help you with diagnosing others. The one thing I would caution is that the observable characteristics, you're going to want to make sure that you observe these more than once before trying to put someone in a category. But it does go over verbal, vocal, and visual, and then even behaviors under stress, which is just another behavior chart since we're at work. But just a quick example, the supportive under stress is more likely to submit, say, okay, we'll do whatever you want to do. The emotive will most likely disregard, say, go ahead, you do what you want to do because you're doing it without me. The reflective will most likely withdraw. They will say, okay, I'm still thinking on that, let me get back to you, and you may not hear from them for a while. And the director will just say, no, we're doing it this way. So those are kind of cues to know how to place someone in a category if they haven't taken the assessment. But this one here is actually my favorite chart, and it's also in the handouts, and it's the basic communication needs of the 4 styles. I would highly recommend having this at your desk, because this is the one that tells you the 4 styles. It tells you whether to do that long email that has all the details that people can follow the process, or do that short email that says everything you need to say in 1 sentence. It goes through a lot of good stuff there, but like I said, it's on your handouts. It's very helpful. Also, what you'll find in there, and I like these, maybe because I'm more of the thinker and it has more detail on it, as far as longer sentence, but it talks about each of the 4 styles, how to motivate them in a way that actually pumps them up, how to compliment them in a way that they actually take as a compliment, how to counsel them so they'll actually listen to you, how to correct them so they don't actually take it to heart, or how to delegate to them to where they actually get the task done and want to get the task done. It's going to be different per each of the top styles, so I did give you one per each of the styles. Also great tools to have handy. As far as the additional resources, there are a lot out there. Tony Alessandro is actually the one that wrote the book on this, literally. He has a lot of great books. They're all on your packets as well. And then additionally, he has created some great team building tools that we are piloting and deploying. So if you do want to learn more about, you are welcome to reach out to me, because this is part of the Talk Straight initiative. We all know that it's not exactly what you say, but it's how you say it. And when you take into consideration who you say it to, you're much more likely to actually get your message across. So if you don't know someone's style, it's great to treat them how you'd like to be treated. But if you do know someone's style, you really should treat them how they would like to be treated.